hottest topics and break down the drama.
Copyright disclaimer. Under Title 17 U.S.C. Section 107, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Texans need to understand what is happening at their state capital. A group of billionaires are attempting to dismantle public education in the second largest state in the country. They're pushing something called private school vouchers, which is really just using our taxpayer dollars to pay for private school tuition. They say it's to help working class kids go to private school. They call it school choice. It all sounds so noble, but it is the biggest scam I have ever seen. In the states that have already tried vouchers, the vast majority of the money ends up going to wealthy parents who already have their kids in private school. In Arkansas, 82% of the voucher money went to rich parents who already had their kids in private school. In New Hampshire, it's 75%. In Florida, it's 70%. And every year, more money that would have gone to the public schools is now going to rich parents who don't need it, slowly starving the public schools. In Arizona, their voucher scam is already bankrupting their public education budget, because that's the point. That's the goal. These billionaires pushing vouchers have different reasons. Some of them have extreme religious views. Some of them have an ideological mission. Some of them own private schools that will profit off the new law once it's passed. But they all share the same goal: closing our neighborhood public schools. So Texans need to wake up. They need to call their state reps. They need to call their state senators. They need to call their lieutenant governor. They need to call their governor and demand that they put the interests of students over the interests of their billionaire mega donors.
Okay, y'all. Okay. What do y'all think about that? And it's not just happening here in Texas. And Day, you have school-age kids. So as a mother, a parent, can you share your...
Yeah, if I'm being honest, I'm calm, but it enrages me because of what I know is going to happen to kids. And it's almost as if they don't care about the children at the end of the day. Majority of the children are in public school, and they already don't have enough funds. They're already struggling. They're closing schools even because they can't afford. It's not profitable, even in Houston. Yeah. And so it's just I'm disappointed. I almost feel like, what can we do to really fight what's going on?
I think when I think about it, and I agree with you on that, when I think about it, I think about how many people that have kids that are in public school that are sitting silent and just kind of going along. And I think about the younger generation that, you know, parents are so busy working. When I had my kids, we were involved. When your mother had you and you're up in the schools, you were there. You were going to the student council, the meetings, you know, board meetings and stuff. These kids today, I don't think they have advocates there for them. And so this kind of stuff is being pushed out, and then by the time they catch it, it's too late. So I'm just disappointed we have to do something because it's, what are we leaving our children? What kind of education? And if you don't move fast enough, you're not going to get the vouchers. And so I don't know. I struggle with that.
Me too.
Yeah, I struggle. Aaliyah, you have anything there?
I honestly didn't know about that. So this is news to me today. I mean, and I honestly have a question. Who makes the actual call when it comes to that?
Money. Yeah.
And who decides?
Money.
Yeah, money.
To change the
money.
route?
The more people, it's kind of like the prison system. If I think about it, you know, they want to build more prisons so that they can put more people in. And I'm not saying that there is not a place we should put people that are criminals in jail.
Right.
But some of the things that they are locking people up for and have locked up in the past is just laughable when we have crime far greater. But the whole thing is build more private prisons so that they can make more money. It's follow the money, you get your answer. JB, you want to jump in on that?
I'm just checking to see if my mic's still echoing, but it is.
Oh, okay. It was your mic?
Yeah, I'm working on it on my end.
Oh, okay. Okay, then good. Okay, you have anything you want to add to this?
There are so many things that are happening right now in the government that they're dismantling all these programs. And it's all with the goal of turning everything private so that the few people that own the industries that take over all these programs will make all the money. And it makes me so angry that I have a hard time talking about it.
Okay.
Because it's pure greed.
Okay, it is. It's greed, and we on one hand they use where we're looking out for Make America Great. We're making things better, but in actuality we're making it worse because all you're thinking about is how is it going to benefit me? You know, and my circle of friends that I hang out with, and those are people with money. And it goes right back to the scripture that Brother Carter read earlier. And I think that on the Love and Victory show, I know that there are probably some, I guess they do love me because they keep coming back in here. They're like, oh, why do they go there? Well, we have to go there. We're going to be bold enough to talk about the things that other folks don't want to talk about. We're going to be sensitive enough to care about people that people just kind of want to push aside. But we also are going to have fun. And I think this is something so important because it's impacting children, it's impacting families, which ultimately is going to impact the United States of America. Because if we're behind, we're behind. Alrighty then, let's go. What is next? We have one more. What normally we would do is keep letting them both go, and we're going to take a quick break after this one, and then we're going to come right back in.
When God blesses your life, there are going to be people who hate you because God celebrates you. Don't be shocked by that. Don't be taken back by that. Don't be thrown off kilter by that. Just know the favorless hate the favored. But wait, there's more. As if being favored isn't enough, God gave Joseph a dream. And in that dream, he showed Joseph's future. Your brothers and your mama and your daddy gonna bow down to you. And Joseph made the mistake of declaring his dream to the dreamless. And guess what? The dreamless always hates the dreamer. Because your dream means you got something I don't have. And you're going to get something I ain't going to get. You're going to be somebody I can't be. So the only response I have to that is to hate you. Don't even worry about your haters. Because they meant their hate for evil, but God meant their hate for good. God will use your haters' hate to elevate you.
Yes. Did y'all catch that? You know, that I almost want to play that again because I really want that to be. When I heard that, I'm like, oh my God, it just resonated with my spirit so much. And if you can, hey guys, can y'all play that? Because you know, us Carter Crew, we're the baddest out here. We're going to be the most informed and the most powerful people walking on this planet.
Voices.
Yes. Play that one more time.
When God blesses your life, there are going to be people who hate you because God celebrates you. Don't be shocked by that. Don't be taken back by that. Don't be thrown off kilter by that. Just know the favorless hate the favored. But wait, there's more. As if being favored isn't enough, God gave Joseph a dream. And in that dream, he showed Joseph's future. Your brothers and your mama and your daddy gonna bow down to you. And Joseph made the mistake of declaring his dream to the dreamless. And guess what? The dreamless always hates the dreamer. Because your dream means you got something I don't have. And you're going to get something I ain't going to get. And you're going to be somebody I can't be. So the only response I have to that is to hate you. Don't even worry about your haters. Because they meant their hate for evil, but God meant their hate for good. God will use your haters' hate to elevate you.
Come on now. Woo. You know, I had to do that again. And I see you, Day. You ready to just jump in? Just go for it, baby.
Well,
come on.
I was distracted, so I didn't hear everything.
Now you got it.
So I feel like I got it.
Okay.
It hit home.
It hit home. Okay. So what do you have to add to it?
You know, I think about this book that I'm reading. Shout out to my book club called The Let Them Theory.
Ooh,
have you heard of that by Mel
Let
Robbins?
Them Theory.
She's famous.
Yes.
You heard of this?
Yeah.
But
don't
it's
pay
like,
no mind to them haters. Let them hate.
She
huh?
said, let them hate. okay, let them do whatever, and then you let me do what I need to do. It's like you don't even be concerned with the external.
You let it go.
It gives me so much peace, and that's what that reminded me of. Like, just let them.
Let
that ain't
them.
got nothing to do with me.
Yeah.
I'm favored.
A favor is all over me.
Okay.
All right, then. Come on,
I
Aaliyah.
love that. I mean, God uses use your haters' hate to elevate you.
Ooh.
I feel like that's a mic drop.
That's a mic drop. Look, you gonna call your own one out, huh? Yeah. All right, JB, come on.
I love everything about that. That's just. I hate
Yes.
to have an echo. Man, that was a good video.
Yes, I mean, it resonated so much, and I know the team gets mad. I probably get annoyed at me because when I come across something, it doesn't matter what time. They know they don't have to work then. I just shoot it over to them and I say, hey, I need it on this show, or I need this, and that one just resonated so much. Brother Carter, you have anything to add to that?
Well, if my people keep standing, look, if the problem is with what he was saying, the truth of the matter is what he was saying, but the problem is we give too much credit to people that
Don't matter.
we like they matter.
Right.
We always want our haters to matter in our lives.
Right.
And God is elevating and doing things in your life, and you get shook up because the people that don't matter end up mattering for you. And so we got to get to a place like this preacher. I guess he's a preacher.
No, he's just
A man just was speaking.
Yeah.
But anyway, whatever, we got to get to a place where, we can shake that off. I get to thinking about some things even in my own life. Well, see, God has been blessing me. And it's almost like I feel a certain level of shame for being blessed when I see other folks
struggling,
feeling like they're not blessed. That makes sense?
That makes sense, yeah.
It's like I'm feeling for their not being
versus celebrating what God is doing in your
that
life.
part.
I think a lot of that has to do with, I think a lot of that has to do with us feeling guilty. And sometimes when it's family or friends, you want them to celebrate and be a part, and they're dealing with their own thing. It reminds me of, and that's one thing you're real good at, Dave, is coming up with, or not coming up with, knowing books or authors or someone, and you can relate it to. But I heard someone say one time, everybody can't go on that journey with you. And we want to take people on a journey that God never intended to go with you. So we are in a place of feeling guilty, and God didn't intend for us to feel guilty. We put ourselves there. God never intended for us to pull them on a journey. They don't want to go on the journey, and we're still tugging and pulling, and God say, loose it. Right. Let it go. Loose it. So this morning, I tell you, I'm feeling real good, and I hope when we end this show today by 10 o'clock, everybody has loosed this thing of trying to pull people along in situations along that God has already told us, let it go.
And trying to make others feel comfortable around your blessings.
Yeah, they're not going to feel comfortable until they get comfortable within themselves. All right, then, mic drop myself. Okay, it's time for Cut the
Why don't you give yourself enough credit and stop giving it to other people? All right, then.
All right, then. I'm sorry, team.
I've been healed already.
You've been healed already?
Yes.
Okay, before we go, I know I hadn't turned it over to my team. Y'all have anything to add, or y'all want me to just push it on down? Aaron want this mic. Look at Aaron. I knew she did.
Well, I absolutely love today's conversation, and I love what the Carter crew was kind of saying. We had a couple of comments out there I just wanted to highlight. In reference to the first video, we had Darnell Harper saying, I really don't want to be the one to point it out, but I just wanted to type the short form of the T in the streets. Dang, thank God I controlled my enter button. And then Laura Linney on Facebook, she said, in reference to the second T in the street, she said, if you can give credit to others, that way you should be capable to give credit to yourself.
Come on now. Come on.
And I don't know. I really liked that second comment too, because it's like, I mean, she's got a point. It's like if you're willing to give praise to others, Why not yourself? Because there's a difference between being humble
Mm-hmm.
and then feeling like you're not worthy of it. And I know y'all are going to get into that.
Yes,
today.
I'm glad you brought that up because again, it goes back to this thing of not wanting to look like you're being boastful. But there is no way in the Bible that you can't brag on what God is doing for you. Hello, or at least if I'm wrong, y'all scholars out there, correct me.
Yeah, no, the Bible clearly tells us not to boast in yourself.
Well, I'm not boasting. I said what God is doing for me. I said
It's okay to brag on God.
that's what I said. Y'all heard
right.
there's a difference. So
Yeah.
I said what God is doing
All right.
for me.
Okay.
All righty, then we're gonna move this on down the road. Oh, Aaron, come on.
Sorry, we just got this one to come in. And I want to support them.
Yeah.
Joyce McRae on Facebook. She wants to say to her family, to everyone in her household, making sisters and brothers, give yourself the credit that you deserve.
Come-
And absolutely, 100%. Way to support your family.
Yes. You know, okay, let me go. You moved it too fast. It's- I just want to say this to all my housemaking.
Oh, housemaking. All right, my bad.
Housemaking, okay. Making sisters and brothers, give yourself credit that you deserve. That's everybody. She's saying everybody, give yourself credit.